Hello guys, remember me? I'm Orbiter, your Welsh engineer, and welcome back to Kerbal Quest Part 9, No Title Inserted. That's because I've forgotten to put the title in here. I didn't know what to call it, but we've got a couple of missions here. First one is the long module. This is going to the Kerbal space station and the Jool space station that's in orbit around Jool. Jool space station in orbit around Kirby. What am I like? And this is... this is the Paul base, which we're launching. This is going to be going and starting our base on Paul. At the moment, we've got 2 Kerbals there, but we need something a bit more permanent than this sort of lander. And I was trying to think of some way to create a landing space on there, because the surface of Paul is not flat. You can see there, I've got multiple landing legs to make sure that we contact as much of the surface as possible, because it's low gravity. And also, I want to start the Paul space station. Yes, there's a lot to do and a lot to get on with, but there are some problems on the way. Anyway, let's get into reading some comments as we're launching this. From Matthew Stalls: I love KSP and your videos, and my dream is to go to Mars. Can you add me as a Kerbal and send me to Duna? Yes, no problem. Did I add you as a Kerbal yet? I'm not sure. But anyway, if I haven't added you as a Kerbal, I will do so. Anyway, let's pop the hood on this one. Ooh, come on, again. Ooh, I love those clamshell fairings. This is the Paul space station. It's just the core part. There's nothing special on it yet. I'm wondering if we're going to do mining on Paul or we're going to do exploration. Isn't the Kraken on Paul? That'd be awesome to look for, because Paul is so small, it wouldn't take that long either. I can do it in one video. Yeah, we'll have to do that at some point. Anyway, another comment as we try to get... Oh yes, I didn't record this bit. Or did I? I don't know where I showed this. Is this in the video? Yeah, I must have skipped this. When I decoupled the fairing for this, the decoupling part that was attached to it exploded. So what I tried to do by here, I tried to get the two together, and I accidentally targeted the Kerbal there with automatic positioning thing. See, it's pushing the Kerbal away because it's trying to get the docking port pointing towards the Kerbal. I was wondering, what the hell? I set you to point at the rocket. What I was trying to do was get the two parts together close, and then use the Kerbal attachment system, strut, attach them together, and then. But here I messed up, and there's no forwards and backwards movement RCS on the main rocket. So, that was terrible doing. So we'll have to launch a rescue mission for that. Anyway, well done, Tony. Oh no, that's Tony Donaldson. Yes, and I think it was Connor in the other one, the Kerbal that was trying to attach it using the only engineer on the mission. Anyway, from Nishanthanath, Johannanath. Hey, Orbiter, why do you think? Who do you think is going to go to Mars first, NASA or SpaceX? At the moment, I think SpaceX, but if they decide NASA get the funding, if the communities and all the nations get behind it, then I suppose NASA would be the first ones to get to Mars, because the funding would go to there, everyone would be hyped, everyone will want to go, yay, first people on Mars. But at the moment, it'll be privately funded ones, because they don't have to spend high cost. If it was a national one, it'll be extremely high cost, just because, well, that's the way things go. Anyway, from Lithium MC as we arrive at Jool. This is a great series. Keep up the great work. Thank you. From terrible with these names. Constantios Veletas. Constantinos Veletas. And he says, Hey dude, my name can be Mark Watney. And I love your videos. Yes, no problem. Did you already add a Kerbal? I don't know. But anyway, right here, you'll see, I did say before that we were using moons as gravity brake. But in this one, getting to Paul, I found out that it was easier getting your orbit high after you get your capture burn, and then reducing your orbit on the other side. As such, or I'm trying to get the inclination correct first, and then do the burn get close. I found it uses a lot less delta V, I think. Or it doesn't use that much anyway. We've got plenty on this mission anyway. Anyway, from Josh Tab. I think this has been asked before. What is your greatest KSP achievement, sorry. My greatest KSP achievement, I have to say, would be landing on the man for the first time. Now, I know it sounds daft, because at the moment I can land on the man as many times as I want, do missions back and forth, no problem at all, but the first time you do that, it feels like an achievement. It feels awesome, you know, I've done this myself. And that was after doing the tutorials and stuff, you know, I'd done the small rocket, landed on the man, and go, oh, that's cool, but I want to do this with a large rocket. And the first time I built large rockets, they were terrible, they fell apart. But once I figured that out, landed on the man, returned the Kerbal safely, that was awesome. Anyway, next comment from Piotrek Andrzejewski. I'm back from a trip, so the plane is on development. That's the lathe plane he's going to do. Also, video about it. Can you use a space shuttle for launching small payloads? I could do. The only problem, you know, perhaps we could do a sort of shuttle here, and I don't know what we'd use a small shuttle for. I'm terrible at the shuttles, needless to say, and you know, it's not that I don't see the point of them. I love them, actually. I wish I could use them. But a small shuttle, perhaps for Jool, getting off perhaps moons or stuff. Perhaps a shuttle for lathe or something. I don't know. Getting fuel back and forth or something when you do mining or something. So yeah, I would love to do a shuttle. If someone builds me a shuttle and I can use it on the episodes, that'll be awesome. By the way, this is the rescue mission for that module that we're going to send off to Jool Space Station. Right, from Dr. Bones, nice video. Can I build any more spacecraft for Kerbal Quest? Yes, I would love it. You know, anyone else who wants to add a spacecraft, that would be awesome. You know, I'll try to add it in. At the moment, I've had one more spacecraft. I was going to use this in this episode, but life got in the way again, and so I decided to just go to Paul and this long space station. And the rescue mission took long enough. I'm telling me. So yeah, any spacecraft anybody wants to add, just put it on Kerbal X or something. Let me know. Add a link to in the description. I'll get to it at some point. Anyway, from Chris Alpin, loving this series. I hope you might consider making a few more tutorial videos on large rockets. At the moment, time is tight, so that's a bit questionable at the moment. If you've got the time, I hope you can add the Grandpa Kerman to one of your space stations as a master engineer. Keep the videos coming. Yes, no problem. I'll add Grandpa Kerman. I think I did actually. Yeah, I'm sure I added a load more Kerbals. So yeah, no problem. As for the tutorials, sorry, at the moment, not much time. From Tardigrade Gamer. And here's Connor going to attach the two modules together to make sure they don't spin out of control. From Tardigrade Gaming. Those Kerbals are going to be roasted nice and crispy. Oh yeah, he was on about the the sun space station. They're really close to the sun. And what the deuce? What have you done, Connor? Oh my god. Oh, we can't use this module now. What the hell happened there? I have no idea. That should not have happened. I'm not sure if the links degrade over time or something. If they're damaged. Well, mission abort. We're gonna have to send a rescue. Whoa, what are you doing, Connor? We're gonna have to send a rescue mission for these Kerbals and send up another module to send to the space station. Perhaps I'll launch it without the fairing this time. It seems a bit safe to do that. Next comment anyway from Daniel Jimenez. But thanks, smiley face. I'm not sure what he's on about. Oh yeah, I remember his Kerbal I added became female somehow. I don't know how. And I'm sure it clicked male. Could have been an accident. I tried to edit the Kerbal through the Kerbal editor mod, but that didn't work. It's maddening. Anyway, another comment from Tardigrade Gaming. The Netherlands isn't playing in the European Football Club this year. Blah, blah, blah. The man, Louis van Gaal, the man who is now the coach for England. I'm not sure how you can allow that, a foreign coach for an England team or something. Shouldn't be allowed or something. Or something. Who barely speaks English. Left in 2014, and that's good. The Netherlands is stupidly hyped, with people packed in one place looking at a box, aka TV, in the middle of Amsterdam. That makes me think of, perhaps a huge group of people looking at a black and white TV. That's a mad thought. Anyway, here comes the pole base, where I've got a lot of comments to go, so as we're landing. From Neo Desperado, I'm left a previous comment wondering if I could be part of a Dres expedition. Dres never gets enough love, but it looks like my Kerbal misread his boarding pass. I'm now on the wrong flight. Oh yes, I remember this. No worries yet. Val is my favourite of the Jool moons. Sorry, I forgot to add notes to that. I normally add notes to the list on where you want to go and stuff. But no worries, Val is my favourite moon, Jool's moons. I look quite happy to be part of the new station. Maybe at some point in the future you could send us a lander so we can take a day trip to see Valhenge. Fantastic stuff as always. That would be awesome actually. Perhaps, we stop doing the building at some point, send Kerbals on missions to look for monoliths and whatnots, and Easter eggs. Anyway, from Party Jumper 21. Could you build a fueler and use that to put miners and get full? And you could get big rockets and don't use all the gas and send 180 tag. And you could use the fueler and send 180 tag to explore further. Yes, I can do it. I think what you're on about is doing fueling. Once we get the mining operations done, perhaps we can do a lot more exploration. Not on the small moons though, because you don't need so much mining, I think. Anyway, landed the base. Sliding a bit. I want to find a bit of flatter area for this. So we're going to have to sort something out. This is a bit too hilly area because we want to add extra stuff to the base and there's not much room by here. Yeah, the large crater looks good. So let's get there at that. As we do that, from Everett Dalton, thank you for mentioning me in episode 8, dude. It felt weird hearing my name on YouTube. And this is get annoying typing like this. Yeah, he typed in caps lock. Also, thanks for Emil for making me another one of your trusty test subjects. Next to John Cena. Also, what do you think about the head of KSP leaving the program? Thoughts? I think it's awesome that he's going for his own, other things. He almost left his job to go and make this game, actually. But they said to him, oh, you can make this game here. Don't leave, please. Make this game. And they did. I'm glad he did make it. But he could, at the moment the game is made. It's awesome stuff. Let's play some music. Yeah. This is awesome. I added I fiddled with the mod. Add the music here. Sorry. I interrupted my thoughts now. Yes. KSP head leaving. It's a shame that he's left because he could maybe add more to it. But then again, perhaps it needs someone else to add new ideas. I don't know. Perhaps you guys can add your thoughts on that. But I wish him luck on his next endeavour. Anyway, from Jackio92279, add me as Kerbal, please. Send me whenever. Been a subscriber for a while, but never neglected to comment until now. I think just wanted to say I love watching your videos and I always look forward to them. Thanks. Yes, no problem. Adding you as a Kerbal. From Virik67, another YouTuber. Cooking Kerbals is cool. Did you really say that? Yes, I did. And I mean it. Cooking Kerbals is cool. Do you want them crispy fried or roasted? From Connor Crowley. Just asking, am I on a mission? I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, actually. I've added your Kerbal, but I haven't added you to a mission yet. Wait a minute, Connor. Yeah, you were on the space station. And Windows 10 update, get out my face. I haven't updated to Windows 10 yet. Not what I want to do yet. From Total Nutter, another great video. Thanks for adding me to the crew. No problem, Total Nutter. You Total Nutter. From Joseph M. You make me walk 7 kilometers? 7? I'm not complaining. I'm just stating the facts. Yes, in the last episode, I sent him on a long walk. And then I hyperrated the other Kerbals to him. Anyway, from Nam Bui. Shout out to the Vietnamese fans. By the way, can you please add me as a Kerbal? Please. My name is Nam Bui. Looking forward to not dying. No problem. No promises. From Jing Dejong. Do you have plans for Jool Station? Yes, I have. I have actually got a Jool Space Station. But my name is Dutch, and IJ is one letter. Okay, that's interesting. You pronounced it as a German. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to be that thing. I have actually a Dutch friend in work, so yeah, I'll have to ask him about that. Johnny 007. Hi, I'm German. Dude, can you please add me as a Kerbal? No problem, as an engineer. Send him to a Duna space station. That's a good idea, actually. I haven't thought of doing a Duna space station, but that I'll have to get to. Do you want a simple orbiter? I have one built in the science world. Good for satellites. I wouldn't mind it, even if it's just to orbit Kerbin. Anything that, be fun for me to, something I haven't built, which I can learn and perhaps mess around with and mess up in. From Addison Unsworth. Duna, yes, almost to the pyramid. I forgot about the pyramid. That's a good idea. As I said, we'll have to do some Easter egg hunting at some point. Anyway, from Ben Imink. Love the series, as with all the other KSP series and tutorials. Keep it up. Also, any chance you could put me on pole as a DS legend with a small pole hopper? Yes, I think, are you on this mission, Ben Limick? I think you're on this mission somewhere. So, yes, no problem. Oh, wait a minute, you're the Kerbal stand there. You went hunting for a landing area. Yes, you are on this mission. From Nicholas Pennower. Hey, Orbiter, I really like the series, and I would like to be the first on the first trip to Lathe, and I would like to have a Kerbal named Nick after me. Thanks, keep up the great work. No problem. From Kurt Baker. He's given me a craft. Here's a craft for Lathe Ascent vehicle. Others can download it to... It's called Rescue Val because I used it to rescue Valentina from Lathe. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I've downloaded it. It's in the game. I just haven't loaded it up because of the ballsed up mission for the Jool space station. So yeah, no problem. That's awesome. From Universal Warriors. While I'm not usually fond of the Welsh, you, my friend, are an exception. Could you name a Kerbal after me and send him to Elu? Keep up the great work and happy flying, my fellow rocket scientist. P.S. The whole videos helped me out so much when I first got the game. So thanks for the wisdom you bestowed onto others. I wouldn't call it wisdom, just potluck perhaps. And well, it's easy once you get into it. It's like riding a bike. You have to get used to it. And it's just try again. But yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Anyway, from Michael Harding. I hope I'm not too late to be in the next video. Are you in this video? I can't remember. If you want to go to Lathe, that's a bit delayed. So, if that's maybe the reason. From Aaron Hendricks. Cool series you're doing. Also, if you do another mission, could you name a Kerbal after me? No problem, I'll add you. Blue Mage 6. Can I ask you a question? Do you have a family like children? If so, do they play as KSP? No, I'm single and happy. Well, that's what they say, isn't it? Single and happy. But, no, I haven't got any children. At the moment, I'm not one for that sort of thing at the moment. And no, yeah, I don't know, I like children, but I like to give them back, if you know what I mean. But, I suppose it'd be different if I became a dad. But no, I haven't got any children. From Destructoid Gaming. I'm terrible at KSP. I don't know how you do it. Then again, I play without mods. Also, great series. Keep it up. Love it so far. And if you decide to add me my character, please be called Destructoid. Side note, I am English, but I'm not a football fan, and I don't really care who wins. and who loses. No, I don't care who wins or loses, but I think, you know, sometimes I watch a match of Wales, I go, come on, yeah, and stuff like that, but no, it's not my cup of tea, really. If I was going to thing for a sport, it would be racing, Formula 1, but I don't watch that anymore. From Susan Dixon, sir, may I be one of the Kerbals on lathe? Lawn lathe base, and will there be a Bob or Paul Kraken observation base? That'd be cool, actually. Yes, we'll look for the Kraken. Do not worry. Ooh, yes, my awesome piloting skills in effect. Yeah, I was trying to get him on the flat part in front of the Kerbal, but the game wasn't having enough of it. The low gravity makes it harder. Can you believe it? Anyway, I guess get those landing legs out and yeah. Oh, you have to have explosions. Everything from Pascal Pulela, I think. At around 7:30ish, I don't have an answer to anyone except you guys. This is the last video. I would disagree with you. Don't really think that you have to answer to us. I just come here to enjoy because you make great videos and I love the community interaction as well. But you should not feel pressure to do what we say or want too much. It should be for your enjoyment as well. And I do enjoy reading the comments and, you know, to say, send the Kerbal into the sun. Yes, no problem. We'll get there. Things exploded. You can't go there yet. And things like that. You know, it's a bit of fun. It sort of like gives me a target to do, or, you know, at my leisure, obviously, because we're not even on lathe yet. But yeah, after all, you did say you have a proper job. Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding me back. Otherwise, I would have done a lot of things you had said, and I would have done, you know, a lot more of what I want to do as well. So yeah, thanks for that, anyway. From Johnny Yaz Kerman. It felt so weird to have you say my name. I don't know why people say that, because, you know, it's not as if I'm choosing the comments. I'm sort of like saying, right, let's add a comment. And no, it's not add a comment. Make it sound like I'm writing the comments. No, I'm not. But no, what I'm doing here is reading your comments out, as many as I can at least. I don't read the replies to your comments and stuff, but it's fun doing it, and I enjoy doing some of the things you asked me to do. Anyway, this is the end of the episode. Kerbals, play me out! Yes, awesome music. I'm Orbiter. Trust me, I'm an engineer. We got the pole base running. Awesome.